Heather Valgoss for Performance Marketing Insider, and joining me today is Rob Huey, CEO of XVerify. Rob, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Heather.
Can you explain what exactly is XVerify?
Sure. So XVerify is real-time data verification. So if you are generating any leads through any means, whether it be through some CPA affiliate means or through SEO or however you collect leads online, we verify the data that comes into the forms in real time. So that includes email addresses, phone numbers, postal addresses. We also, we have a hybrid solution. So not only are we actually talking to the mail providers themselves, but we're also scrubbing against a list of what we know to be high-risk email addresses, litigators, attorneys, just bad email addresses that you may not want in your email marketing campaign. So we do that all in real time within milliseconds. Our platform allows users to also track via traffic sources. So as the traffic is coming into their website, they can track which sources are sending them what type of data, whether it's good quality, bad quality, a lot of high bounces, a lot of high-risk email addresses, so they can fine-tune the media buying that they're doing to get a better, value out of their ad spend. Basically, we've been doing, the other side of our business has been doing lead generation for a very long time, and our system was built off of all the lead generation that we have done in the past. So we have a lot of experience in lead generation. So this system that we built is kind of fine-tuned and tailored towards people doing marketing, online marketing in the space, and it really has tools to help get the most out of your ad spend.
There was a time when people would say you should do double opt-ins because that's what allows you to verify the email address. So does this kind of replace the need for double opt-in?
Well, you know what? It really depends on your mailing practices. If you want to mail to only double opt-in, I would certainly say to do so. That's always an excellent practice to do when you are doing emailing. But as leads are coming in, when you're buying leads, most times you're going to be buying them on the single opt-in. So even if you're going to try to convert them to a double opt-in, you're still going to be buying the lead on a single opt-in basis. So you want to reject leads that aren't going to ever be a double opt-in. So that's what our system allows you to do, is it helps you reject leads in real time, so you don't have to go back to the advertiser at the end of the month with a big list of returns saying, here's the bad leads, here's what I'm going to return to you at the end of the month. It allows it all to happen in real time.
So does this work with whatever autoresponder service I happen to be using, or do I do my mailing straight through XVerify?
No, so we're just a data verification platform. So we do plug into third parties, so we can post that information as it comes through the system to your mailing, to your ESP, so it can go straight into the autoresponder flow. But as it stands right now, the data comes in, we verify it, and then we give it back to you. So we have two ways of doing this. Either our API, which kind of gives you a little bit more control. Your developers can integrate it directly into your registration flow, and then you can decide to put it into your autoresponder path, or we can do that for you. And then we also have our JavaScript version, which takes almost no development time whatsoever. It plugs into your landing page right on the form. So as the user's typing in the data, it's verifying it in real time. And then again, it just goes through your path like it normally would.
So a user comes along, they land on my landing page, and they type in John Doe and the email address test@test.com. They hit submit, it's single opt-in. What happens next?
So what our system does is it takes the email address and it first runs it through our database of known high-risk email addresses. So again, attorneys, litigators, temporary domains, other high-risk toxic email addresses that can seriously hurt your
like test.com.
yeah, exactly, right. And then what we do is if it passes all of that, then we go ahead and we actually talk to the mail provider. And we say, hey, test.com, does the username test exist at test.com? and that server will then reply to us with either a yes or a no. And so that's then what we would display back to you. So let's say the email address doesn't exist. We would pop up a little error message right to the side of the email box that says this email address does not exist. What that does is it allows the user to then go ahead and type in a real email address. And you know what? A lot of times a user's just going to typo. They might accidentally put in an extra character on the keyboard that just doesn't, it's not their email address. So it gives the user the chance to go back and say, oh, you know what, yeah, I accidentally typoed, let me fix that. And now all of a sudden, instead of having a lost lead that's going to bounce, you now have an actual tangible lead that you can mail and that's going to add value to your mailing campaign.
Very nice. Okay. Now, what if I have a CSV file full of leads that may have been purchased or may have been exported from another autoresponder service or whatever, and I'm uploading it into my system? Can XVerify verify those addresses as well?
Yeah, of course. So we do have a batch upload feature, which allows you to take a list. Typically, we limit the list to 100,000, but if you have it bigger than that, we can still we can verify any size list. So there's two ways to do it. You can either do it via the batch upload tool, which is in your dashboard. Every user has a dashboard when you get an account with XVerify. You can upload it, and as soon as it's done, it'll send you an email, and you can just go download it. The second option is you can send it to us via FTP. We'll go ahead and verify it, and then we can actually, you can either download it from the FTP site, or we can FTP it right back to your server for you.
Besides email verification, what other types of data verification do you do?
So we do real-time like postal address verification. So we can tell you if a street address is correct, and that actually goes down to the suite level as well. So if you live, on 900 South Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, if you put that in, it's actually going to prompt you and ask you for a suite number. If you put in a wrong suite number, it's going to tell you, this is not a correct suite number at this location. Please try it again. So we do, the address verification, and we also do phone verification. And we do two types of phone verification. There's two levels. There's the simple, is this a real phone number? Does it exist? Is it dialable? Yes or no? So that's the first type that we do. And then the second type is we have what we call our phone confirm feature. And what that does is it allows the user, it allows your path to have some sort of a blockade to where when the user is going through your path, we'll actually call the user and give them a 4-digit PIN that they then have to enter in onto your lead gen form. So that way, that does two things for you. Number one, it verifies the phone number, but then number two, it tells you that the user who's on the computer filling out your form is the person that you're going to call, and it's the person that you're going to talk to. So we see a lot of call centers doing that. I see a lot of my education clients doing that. Anybody that's going to be making a physical call are interested in that. It's great because again it lets you know, hey, I'm going to dial this person. Anybody can make up a phone number and try to just look up the the white pages and get a real phone number. That's pretty easy to do. But that doesn't mean that the person who's filling out the actual lead gen form is the person you're going to talk to on the phone when you call them.